Here's how to ask ChatGPT to generate images, step by step. So go to ChatGPT, click on Tools, click on Create Image. Then you describe an image that you want to create. So I'm going to use this prompt. I'm asking for a highly realistic and professional photograph with crisp, bright lighting, a cute brown and white tabby cat with striking bright green eyes, and the cat is taking a gym mirror selfie, flexing one arm while wearing a towel. So hit send and ChatGPT will create the image for you. And just like that, we now have a cat taking a gym mirror selfie. You can also edit the image. You can describe what you want to add, remove, or replace. So I could say change the phone to red. And just like that, the phone is changed to red. And you can also select which part of the image you want to edit. If I click on this over here, you can actually select the image. Let's say I select this part of the image like this, the left side. Okay. And then I say add windows on the left side. And just like that, we now have windows on the left side. And let's say I want to remove the towel. I could just say remove the towel. And just like that, the towel is gone. And I can even change the cat. I can say change the cat to a Bombay cat with striking golden eyes. And just like that, we now have the same picture, but the cat is changed. Now, let me show you more examples. Here's another one, a selfie taken on a smartphone camera of a brown tabby cat with a surprised expression on its face. He's on the African savannah at sunrise with a confused lion in the background. So let's hit send. And this is what we got, a selfie of a surprised cat and a lion in the background. So let's say I like this image a lot and I want to keep everything, but I only want to edit a part of it. I can click on this and then I select which part I want to edit. So if I select this area, then ChatGPT will only edit this area that I selected. Then the rest of the image will remain untouched. So now I will tell ChatGPT what I want to edit. And I will say change the lion into a hippo. And now we have the same image, but ChatGPT only edit this area and changed it to a hippo. Now let me show you a different example. So we are asking for a photorealistic first-person image blending real life with Minecraft's game style. We are asking for the player's realistic hands, one open and one holding a blocky diamond pickaxe. The landscape has a blocky house by the lake with cherry blossoms under a square sun. And now we have an image of real-life Minecraft. Next, let's try something different. Now we ask for a screenshot from a cinematic production-grade anime with clean, expressive line work. And we have celebrity chef Gordon Ramsay, and he is pressing 2 slices of bread to a young female chef's head. Let's see what we get. And this is what ChatGPT came up with. Next, let's try a totally different type of image. Now we ask for an iPhone photo with Walter White from Breaking Bad, and he is playing Minecraft in a prison cell looking at the camera. And let's see what ChatGPT comes up with. And as expected, this is exactly what we get, Walter White playing Minecraft in a prison cell. Now we can also ask ChatGPT to create a logo. So in this example, we ask for a clean, professional, word-marked logo with a classic 1990s corporate design, and the logo is for a company, Vandelay Industries, and we describe the design as wanting a bold, dark blue serif font with a minimalist globe icon. So let's hit send, and we'll see what ChatGPT comes up with. And this is the logo that ChatGPT came up with. Next, let's try something more creative. We ask for a tilt-shift photo of a diorama with bright studio lighting and a warm interior glow. And we're asking for a miniature, hyper-detailed Japanese 7-Eleven and these details. So I'm going to hit send, and let's see what ChatGPT creates. And this is what we get, a miniature 7-Eleven in Japan. Very cute, right? Now let me show you a longer and more detailed prompt. So first we're asking for an anime style illustration in the style of Japanese animated films, featuring hyper detailed backgrounds, vibrant colors, cinematic lighting, and realistic everyday scenery. And we describe a scene in Japan, and let's see what ChatGPT comes up with. And this is the anime illustration that we got from ChatGPT. And it looks amazing, isn't it? In fact, if we click into it and you zoom in, you can see all the details in this anime illustration that ChatGPT made. Now, you don't need to be an artist to make amazing images with ChatGPT. You only need to remember 3 simple things. First is the type. What kind of image do you want? For example, do you want a photo or illustration or anything that you can think of? Next, you have to include the subject, meaning who or what is in the image. So it could be a person, an animal, a fictional character, an object, or really anything you can imagine. Then you include the details, what's happening in the image. For example, what the subject is doing, where are they, what's happening around them, and if there are any text in the scene. So basically, you describe the details of the image that you want to create. So when creating AI images with ChatGPT, these are the 3 things you must include: type, subject, details, or TSD for short. Now let me show you a complete TSD prompt. So here's the image we get with the prompt on the right. Now let me break it down for you step by step. So the first thing you need is to tell ChatGPT the type. What kind of image do you want? So in this example, we are asking for a high quality DSLR photo. Next, you want to tell ChatGPT the subject, meaning who or what is in the image. And in this example, we are asking for a cute white and brown mackerel tabby cat with soft, short fur, bold dark stripes, and beautiful green eyes. Next, we want to give ChatGPT the details. We want to tell ChatGPT what's happening in the image. And in this example, the cat is taking a gym mirror selfie, holding a smartphone with one paw and flexing the other arm, and so on. So when we put everything together, you can see that our prompt consists of the 3 components: TSD, the type, the subject, and the details. And this is the image that we get. Now let's take a closer look at each of the 3 components. So first, let's look at type. So for type, you're telling ChatGPT what kind of image do you want. So the first example we looked at is asking for a DSLR photo. We can also ask for other types of image like an anime illustration, or we can ask for an oil painting, or we can ask for a 3D animated render, or a watercolor painting, or a colored pencil drawing, or even a storybook illustration. Next, let's look at subject. This is where you tell ChatGPT who or what is in the image. So this was the prompt that we had, a white and brown mackerel tabby cat. Now if we change it to a Siamese cat, then we get a totally different cat. And if we ask for a Bombay cat, then we get a Bombay cat. So subject is pretty simple and straightforward. Next, let's look at details. So for details, you tell ChatGPT what's happening in the image. So in our original example, the cat is taking a gym mirror selfie. Now if we change the details, now we say the cat is lying on its back in bed and holding a smartphone. You can see that we now have a totally different image. Here's another example. It's the same prompt, but we changed the 3rd sentence. Now we say the cat is sitting upright on a couch, holding a large slice of pepperoni pizza and a black can of Monster Energy in the other. And now we get a totally different image. Here's another one. The cat is captured mid-leap, snatching a fresh fish from a Japanese fish market. So we are describing what's happening in the image, what the subject is doing, and where is the image taking place, what is the location. And you can also add text to your image. So look, now we say the cat is holding a torn cardboard sign in its mouth with messy marker written text saying, "I knocked it over, I'll do it again." Now look, for the text, we put it in double quotations. So this way, ChatGPT won't get confused by whether it's an instruction from us or whether it's a text that we actually want. So every time you want ChatGPT to put any text in the image, you always want to put it in double quotations, just like what you see here. So these are the 3 things that you must include every time you want ChatGPT to create an image for you.